Hello everyone, I would like to share my experience using Kialo.edu with my learners. I would like to start by mentioning that it's a free platform that helps students with brainstorming our ideas. So it could be used to teach advanced, disadvantaged essay, argumentative essays, or even in speaking tasks where students need to come up with arguments. In order to sign up, you can sign up with your Gmail account or create an email if you don't have a Gmail. So if I click on topics and scroll down, so here we've got to see the various types of categories from arts to science, technology, religious studies. And as for the age groups, we've got from the age of 8 until the age of 18, which caters to a fairly wide range of the various age groups. For illustration purposes and to show you the different functions or how you set up your Kialo. So let's imagine for demonstration purposes that the essay we're practicing is about the use of English as a medium of instruction and how it negatively impacts the learners. So in using Kialo, its pros and cons. Unfortunately, you cannot change the wording. Depending on the task at hand, you can just tell the students they can replace pros with they agree, or disagree. So if I click on the settings, you can decide to enable discussion chat, so then the brainstorming doesn't have to be a solitary kind of activity. So once they're done with the brainstorming, they can engage in a chat and their fellow participants or learners can ask or seek further clarification. One settings that I like is to enable commenting on the claims. So they rate each other. You can also enable the voting. You can also decide on who sees the voting, depending on your context and your learners/participants. You can limit this to the admin, or i.e. the person who created the Kialo, or maybe the users see their own votes. You also can get to decide on the participation type. So you've got standard, and then I've got the little warning. You can also decide on the start and end date. I think of Kialo as an ideal way of having the learners be prepared for a discussion. So it's useful in case of a flipped classroom. In case you want to enable the grading, you can decide on the number of points from 1 to 10, and you decide whether the learners would like to see the grades and your feedback. So here, when it comes to the discussion type, you can have a single thesis or multiple theses. You can clone the discussion or you can export it. One of the good things is that when I click on the sharing, in case you're short of time or your learners don't have or participants don't have a Gmail, then you can enable instant access so the users don't have to create an account. And Kialo also integrates with those learning management systems. What I would like to do now is to show you an example of a Kialo that I created for my learners. For the sample Kialo here, we're practicing a reaction paper. I duplicated or cloned this one in order to keep the identity of the participants anonymous. So here are all the arguments. So when you clone it, basically the name of the learners will be replaced with your name as an admin. So here is the thesis that I selected. And then here the learners or users get to rate the impact because I selected this. And then if I click here as a facilitator, I get to rate the claim and give some feedback to the users. And here, this is referred to earlier. when I said that you can encourage the learners or participants to engage with each other. I would love to hear your thoughts on Kialo, or whether you've used it before, or how you can use it with your learners participants in the future.